It's been a minute since I've played this game, and by a minute, I mean a couple of months. I've since had a haircut, and it has since started growing out. But my backlog is about to run out, so here I am, recording more for me and for the general audience. I don't remember much. I think if I thought about it, I could probably remember much of this game, like most of the game. But I haven't really thought about this in a while because my backlog was just so wide, having a weekly weekly release that like I've been doing other things in life the past couple of months or so. But we're back. Maybe I won't take a long break next time around, and we'll probably finish this game. To you guys, it won't matter because I've been doing a weekly release, so by the time you see this, it'll just have been a week ago since the last video, and you'll be like, wow, things look somewhat different but also somewhat the same. Also, I have since gotten a new monitor that's larger, and you guys are taller now, so I have to look up at you. It's a little bit jarring, but we'll make do. Okay, game-wise, we had finished a case. Thankfully, we knew to take a break after we had finished a chapter. It was the one with the witch, the robot guy, the Bayonetta lady. Kazuma's back, but not with us. I forget what his thing is. He was a masked man. He had unmasked himself. He's him. He remembers himself, I think. We find out that the serial killer, the professor, was his father, and he's doing his own thing. We don't know his plans yet, I think. Luigi is leaving us. I don't know what else is worth noting in the story. This is gonna be a bit rough, but we're gonna do our best to just get back into it. Let's see how this chapter will start for us. What, It was indeed a most bizarre incident born of a curious advertisement and a commonplace killing at the edge of town. That looks like, the silhouette.
Holmes はパイプを手に窓の外に広がる濃い霧を見下ろしていた。この霧の底には一体いくつの事件が隠れているのだろうね。
Yeah, I didn't really take the opportunity to think about how the story was going to unfurl
不思議な
since
新
I
聞
last
広
played
告
this.
から始まる奇想天外な事件。魔剣が闇をかける連続殺人事件に夜の墓場で蘇る死刑囚の事件。
Basket Hound? Hell,
そして
what?
誰も知らない町外れの小部屋
There's
の
something about the
あ
story
り
of
ふれた殺人事件。
Iris's
どんな
dad.
事件もその裏側には誰も知らない物語が潜ん
Sorry,
で
I
いる。
shouldn't be talking during this. I should be listening or
僕
paying
を
attention.
事件現場へと駆り立てるのはその物語なのだよ、ワトソン。早く帽子を取りたまえ。行こうじゃないか、相棒。
Aibo.
僕たちの冒険は終わらない。さあ、ゲームの始まりだ。
I love how Japanese language, the way they romanticize certain things like that. Aibo, which is like lifelong partner or something like that. You wouldn't hear that sort of thing in English as like lovingly, I feel like. But I think it's also because I'm thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! What was our characters? Ryunosuke, Naruhodo. Oh wait, I have a court record. Where are my characters at? Oh, we're not in this, but our friends are in it. Okay, we're Naruhodo Ryunosuke. Our right-hand man is Susato Mikotoba. We have Herlock Sholmes. I had forgotten that their names are switched around. Iris Wilson, right? Because in that cutscene in Japanese, they called her they called her dad Watson, because his name was John Watson. No, what was his name? John? Is it John? I think it was John. 8 days after that earth-shattering trial and Cosimo regaining his memory, we were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel. Is it the same hotel where the first game started off? No. Why does Waterloo sound so familiar? What was the name of the place that we were at where Ryunosuke was being framed for murdering Iris's dad? I forgot about that. Wow, it's been so long. Wow. Oh, hisashiburi desu. I forgot how beautiful this game was. Professor Mikotoba is due to arrive at any moment. Oh, your dad's here. Your dad visiting? What? Oh, is this something about an event or something, or like an event? Something about the Crystal Tower? I feel like they touched upon something about them visiting, but I can't remember the details of it. Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time. Oh, aren't you like upset with your dad about something? Because he withheld secrets from you? Actually, isn't there a log? There's a log? Ah. Wait. Okay, I don't feel like reading this. That's from the last time we played. But, well, whatever, it's fine. Susato-san hasn't been the same since what happened. Not that I'm surprised. The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. Right, about him being the serial killer, and how they hid his identity because they didn't want the public knowing that it was a Japanese man who was going around killing people because they had just signed some friendly treaty or friendly paper or something. It was like a really like kind of like kid-like name, but for like a very important thing. Do you suppose my father knew that he was actually the mass murderer? The professor, you mean? I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they? Yes, that's true. Come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikotoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well? Oh, about his body oh, right, this is when he was dead, quote unquote. And then his body was brought to Hong Kong, and then it was like suddenly missing. I think. That's right. But for some reason, he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it. That probably means he knows then. Yeah. About Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia, and that he's regained his memory now. But why? What is the deal? There she is. Is it your father? I forgot about the judge. He looks so dapper in that suit. He reminds me of Gant from the first Ace Attorney game. So handsome, but so evil looking. I wasn't expecting them in Western clothing. Okay, whew. Oh, father. Hello, Susato. How are you? He has such like a defensive pose. He looks like he's ready to punch somebody. I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you've arrived safe and sound. I wasn't expecting the judge to be here. I can't stop staring at him. And also, Mikotoba is dressed, he looks like Watson. Oh, I think it's because of the bowler hat. Hello, Mr. Naruhodo. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here. Oh no, not at all. It's my pleasure. I don't remember. I don't think I had a good voice for him. Ha ha ha! We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas. Whatever, we're gonna have to just bear with it. They're both gonna sound the same. We'll just pretend they're brothers or something. It has? I don't like how he I think, you know what, it's because he was wearing a hat before, right? And that's why you're able to see, like, his little ponytail. I don't like him without his hat. I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with steamships from Britain. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. He's definitely evil. He's hella evil. Who is this man? And why do I feel as though I've seen him before? How can you not recognize him, Ryunosuke? Oh, wait! He wasn't... Oh! When we first saw him, Ryunosuke wasn't here. Or, he wasn't in the Japan. Susato was playing as the lawyer. That's why he did... Oh my god. I just... I forgot so much stuff. I take it from your expression you can't quite place me. In that case, how about a little reminder? What, a reminder? How about a little reminder, Shishiro? A firm tap should do it. Tap? Oh god, are you gonna throw me? A firm tap? What? He's gonna throw me. He's gonna throw me. Here we go then. I thought for sure he was gonna throw us, but man, that's a big old gap. Isn't that gavel too big? Also, didn't somebody else do this? I think it was someone from one of the Miles Edgeworth's investigation games. Wasn't there a character that does that with the whole gavel pounding in the hand? I never finished playing the second one because I was playing it very legally through emulation. And it kept freezing at one part, so I never finished it. But I think there was a character that does the same thing. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, guilty. Wait a minute. No, you were. No, you were the judge. You were just the judge in Japan. You did meet him, but Ryunosuke met him in the first game. Right. Yes. He just never saw him outside of the podium. Oh, you're. Yes, fuck. I'm so stupid. Man. Right. Yes, wow, I really just. I don't remember nothing. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Looks so different without the hat. Your Excellency!
Hello, Judge Jikoku. How are you? It's been a long time.
Oh, good. You remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty! It's weird to imagine that there's someone holding a gavel and they're acting out like as if they're hitting a table, but there's no table, so they're just doing. It just seems silly, but you know, who am I to question someone with a giant golden gavel? Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And oh my god, I can't read. Only I was Only I was declared not guilty, wasn't I? And there was no laughing at that time. So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. To be honest, I never thought I'd be back. Nor did I. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Though really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Seishiro? What are you talking about, you Jin? I wish I could do a deeper voice. Of course, Judge Jikoku. He must complete the set. He's the other man, who 16 years ago came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. He's the third visiting scholar. Well, all those passports, checks, and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you? He smuggled something in. He's got an AK-47 in his luggage. Bet. Ah, I knew you were jealous. Sorry? Ministerial status. Ministerial? How do you pronounce this word that I'm saying? Yes, didn't you know? Seishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. He was his personal assistant that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on this study tour. Guilty as charged! He was so evil. I wish he wasn't, like, somewhat handsome. Oh, well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks. Yes now. Oh wait, yes now, Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday. Right, Clockman? Oh, you did? It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with 8 days ago. It's been 8 days since then? About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy. Meanwhile, these people at the hotel are just staring at them like, man, look at these Japanese men being all tall. Yes. Could you tell us any more about it? Oh, okay. I was like, what happened? Alright. Can I see? They are here. How old are they? He looks so different without his, like, Japanese, like, outfit on. Oh, they're both 40. They're both the same age, right? They were in school together and whatever. My God, why does he look so much older? He's the man who quitted me when I was like once accused of murder. Oh man, all right. I guess we're gonna examine. Just kidding, we're not talking to you yet. How do I? Here. I instinctively was about to start looking for hint coins as if we were playing Professor Layton, which they had announced that there's a new Layton game in the horizon, which I'm very excited for. No news about Ace Attorney, which not very excited for, but I'm playing one. So who am I? What's there to complain about? Look at all those cases just left there on that trolley. Aren't they worried about thieves? I know I am.
Haven't you seen the porter over there? Don't worry, he's obviously keeping an eye on everything.
Ah, so it's a trap, designed to catch any chancers who might be tempted. Oh! I was about to say I didn't know what a porter was. I thought they were referring to the people at the front desk there. Isn't this the guy who runs the double-decker buses or whatever? He was a trolley guy. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Why did the porter give me such a scathing look just now, do you suppose?
Well, some might say you look a little suspicious with your jet black clothes. I'm not wearing the black clothes.
Not everyone clad in black is some sort of ninja with an intent to steal, you know. Yeah, the people at the front desk are wearing black, some white, but like... discrimination. I'm also not wearing black. Have you seen all those sparkling jewels up there? They must have gathered every gem in the world for that. That's what we call a chandelier.
Ah, it's called a chandelier, I believe. It's designed to provide elegant lighting in large, spacious rooms like this.
So, they had to gather every gem in the world just to illuminate one room?
It's probably electric light bulbs that are actually throwing the light.
If I tried to hang something like that from the ceiling in the office, it would be scraping on the floor. Well, what?
I think perhaps chandeliers aren't for you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, you don't need that. Not much people really need that. This is like really suited for only like large, luxurious spaces. I wouldn't want that in a house, honestly.
That desk is known as the hotel reception. Anyone wanting to spend the night has to report there to sign in for their stay.
Oh, so do you think that's the head clerk behind the desk there?
Yes, I'm sure it must be.
I'd love to stay in a grand hotel like this for a little while, wouldn't you? Just to know what it's like.
If the hotel fee was paid through our stipend, I'm afraid it might bankrupt our homeland.
True. London gives the word expensive a whole new meaning. Funny, Mikotoba and Jigoku was able to afford it. They're the ones staying here. Look at that. It's a picture of the Crystal Tower.
Well, the Great Exhibition is one of Britain's most prestigious achievements in recent years. I wonder how tall it is. It really does represent the pinnacle of scientific achievement in so many ways.
There's a 20-meter tall chimney on the bathhouse near my lodgings at Yume University. The attendant there is always boasting that it's the tallest object in the neighborhood.
I'm sure. Did you know that over the channel in Paris, there's a tower that's 300 meters tall?
What? How many times taller than the chimney at Wait. I got... How many times taller than the chimney at Yume Sokin's Hot Springs is that? And if it's that tall, how does it draw properly? The smoke would get sucked, surely.
I don't think it's that sort of tower, Mr. Naruhodo.
Mother, whatever. This is the big leagues. He doesn't know better. Okay, I guess I'll just talk to the man. Your journey from Japan. So, how was the voyage here? Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards. But it wasn't as bad as when we first came 16 years ago. No, that's true. And I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives. This time we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience.
So you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris?
We went to Paris? We did, yes. though only for one night. Never mind. I was like, did they have a little rendezvous over there? But maybe they did. And so the evening we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover. Just in time for the symposium, in fact. It starts tomorrow. His voice is so all over the place, I don't know how to do it.
It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. I'm very proud of you, Father.
I guess she doesn't have any problems with him. Thanks to Shishiro here. 16 years ago, he managed to ingratiate himself with Britain's Attorney General. I'm sure that's why he was invited. And I suppose you could say I'm something of a dependent by default. Just attached to him. Speak for yourself, Eugene. You're a close friend with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Yes, well, I'd rather not dredge all that up, really. No, there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, but it doesn't bring him back.
Talking about Wilson?
Cosmo's father, I suppose. Oh, no, not Wilson. I got confused with what they were talking about. The professor, the killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy, sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot that was who they. I was like wondering, like, who was he killing? I forgot. It was actually Cosmo's father, wasn't he? That's correct. Genshin Asogi. What? Impact. I mean, Genshin.
You knew, I presume, Father?
Yes, he was a close friend at the time. Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard. I wish I could pin down a voice for him. I'm so distracted by it. I've never understood what drove that man to commit such heinous acts. It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth, and he was executed with little ado. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland. So, like, people at home, what were they thinking about him? Did he just, like, did you guys write him off as, like, disappearing? But what about Cosmo? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father? No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness. Oh, okay. However, I suspect he may have had his doubts. His father would never get sick. He must be like... Oh? Why? As you know, I tried to guide Cosmo growing up, as if he were my own son. Then one day, he came to my office at the university and said, Cosmo! I've decided. I want to travel to Great Britain and study there. I don't remember what his voice was either. It's all been too long.
Do you think... he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death?
I don't know. That's why he was so keen on coming here. Or he said he had like something he needed to do. He mentioned something about that when we were on the ship here. Before he died. Quote unquote died. But when I looked into his eyes, I didn't know that there was no way I'd be able to stop him. Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually. Oh? What? Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and been missing for almost a year, Cosmo's since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Van Zeeks. What? Oh, they didn't know he was here? What? That's news to us! So, Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. Ooh, hiding secrets. As you know, we both thought Cosmo had died on the steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January.
But he didn't die. He's alive. As you knew, didn't you, Father?
In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try to ascertain what had happened, and what to know of it. But he's still alive, and here in London, you say. I never dared to even to dream it. Now we must kill him. No! Just making up stories to myself. Why on earth did that young man not make contact? The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now.
Well, it seems that he was suffering from amnesia.
What? Amnesia? When we first came across him again, when we first came across him again here in London, he didn't know who either of us were. I see. He only regained his memory 8 days ago. This is unbelievable. Yes, it's quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know. He's an evil man too! I must speak with him urgently. I wonder how Cosmo has been these past few days. Would it be wrong for us to go and visit him? I want to see him. Does he even care to see us? That began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Eugene here, Genshin Osogi, and myself. We were the original 3. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study. Ocean voyages were not what they were today. I could tell you, but 16 years ago, things were tough for the generation. Your father was an exceptionally fine medical student at Yume University at the time, you know, young lady.
Yes, grandmother told me.
Oh, that's right! He, like, abandoned Susato when she was, like, a little baby. Left her to be cared for by, I guess, grandmother. Because he went off to study in Great Britain. And her mother died at birth, or whatever. He went to do research at a great London hospital to study autopsy. Practically unheard of in Japan. Yes, it was an eerie place, sandwiched between the back of a prison and a burial ground. Ugh, not more talks of graves. Very often, there's no one willing to deal with the bodies following autopsy work. So you see, autopsy labs have something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons. Not my cup of tea at all. You remember that Scottish prison governor? Caden, his name was? He was a good man. He's probably dead. He's dead somewhere. The fact that you brought him up, he's dead. He's definitely dead. Or he's gonna be framed for murder or something. Yes, but then of course, in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case. When Genshin was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders. I find out why he did the thing. I simply couldn't believe it. I'd known that man for years. I was a witness. What? I was a witness of this secret hearing, and I tried to speak in his defense. What? But you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you? Well, suffice to say that after the trial, we were sent back to Japan. There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. He was a lost cause, sadly. Well, if you'll excuse us now. Yes, I'd like to go get this truck up to my room as soon as possible. There's something in there! There's something saucy as hell in there! Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long.
I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here.
The fact that it's like being like a front and center thing, there's something in there. There's gonna be a body in there or something. So that son's gone off on a run. I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow. Yes, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck. Naruhodo. I hope you'll keep an eye on Susato for me. Keep looking after her as you obviously have been. Yeah, if I don't do it, who's going to? Not you, Dad! Oh, no! I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me. Well, I do appreciate you being there for her. After all, I've been a miserable father to her. I've thoroughly let her down. Yeah. Sorry? What do you mean? Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. The very year Susato was born. Yes, I heard. The birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life. But, well, sadly, it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too. Oh, yes. Susato-san hinted at something like that.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Shihiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain. I was too worried about you to leave you behind. So perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London. So, that's what happened in a nutshell. And that's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare. Though the world does not readily afford young women such things, I must say.
I completely understand, Professor.
Ah, one other thing, Naruhodo. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask you.
Yes? Oh, really? Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, the thing is...
I'm so sorry that took so long!
What? Don't interrupt me.
Mrs. Sato. Now then, allow us to take your bags.
Allow me to take your bags. One moment if you please, Porter. Of course, sir! It's a machine around your neck. It's a camera, I believe? Yeah, actually, how do you have that? This is something that's just... Are we about to take a picture? Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely photograph to commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir. Well, I think given the occasion, we could justify the expense. We're gonna take a picture and then we're gonna use that picture as evidence or something. Everything has to have a meaning. Yes, yes, of course. Wow, the Mikotoba looks so much smaller in this picture next to... well, he's not next to Jikoku, but...
I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo. It's really made Father very happy, I think.
Well, I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted before. Professor Mikotoba was about to ask me something.
Shall we return to Baker Street then? I expect Iris will have some delicious tea waiting for us.
Yes, let's go. Man, the man asked for a favor and he's just gonna leave us hanging on that? How will we do the favor? I'm getting more and more anxious about Cosmo, though. Perhaps I'll try to meet with Lord Strongheart, leader, and ask after him. Alright. Well, that's that. Right? They're not here anymore? Trunk is gone. What's in the trunk, Jikoku? Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. The incident that happened in the first game, the first case where Ryunosuke was being accused of murder, that didn't happen in fucking England. That happened in Japan. I thought... Why does this name sound so familiar? Waterloo? Is that the same name as the hotel in the first Ace Attorney game with April May? Maybe that's what it is? I'm an idiot. Anyway, where am I going? Home?